Curiosity was getting the better of me. I'd heard about treasure being bricked up in walls, and this was a genuine 18th century building. It could play host to all manner of treasures. I'd already found some great antiques in the back room. There could be spectacular finds in a bricked-up wall. Pirate booty? Or it could just be plumbing. Grabbing the wine glass, I took another drink. But instead of fortifying me, a spike of uncertainty intruded instead. What was I doing? I hadn't even the vaguest idea of where to find a local plumber, let alone run this business. I had moved across the whole country, escaping. I had sunk every penny my mother had left me into this herb and tea shop, without a business plan and without really a clue. Sure, I'd learned a lot about tea and herbs in the last few years at Jeff's shop, and a little about business. But that wasn't the same thing as running your own store alone. And I had no friends here to commiserate about it. I didn't really have them back home, either, because they were his friends. But at least I was familiar with Southern California. I didn't know anything about Moody Bog, Maine. When I saw the ad on Craigslist, I had become intrigued. A rugged coast, a vast sweep of forest, and a quaint little New England town. I was captivated by the romance of it, and by the distance it was from California. But perhaps it was more than that, especially after I'd Skyped with the realtor, pored over the pictures she'd sent me of the shop with its living quarters above, the picturesque village. It seemed familiar, even though I'd never ventured out of Southern California before. I felt I knew those clapboard houses, those rustic porches, and the town square. Felt like maybe I could make a new start there. And the price was right. But had I made too hasty a decision, giving myself only days to decide? My heart began to pound. Had I made the biggest mistake of my life? I took another drink, definitely feeling it now, and leaned into the hole, cautiously turning my head to look up into the wall's dark interior and assess the damage. My phone rang in my pocket, and I slammed the back of my head against the joist. Ow! I rubbed the bump I was sure was forming, took out my phone, and looked at the number. Crap. Jeff. Should I answer? My first instinct was to hurl the phone across the room, but I needed my phone. I blew out a breath. Figures that at my lowest ebb, he'd call. I hit the button and put it to my ear. I took another swig of wine. Jeff? Kylie, baby, it's so good to hear your voice. I said nothing, just stood there, phone at my ear, leg jiggling. His Beach Boy twang always melted my resolve. Blonde hair, blue eyes, sultry smile. He got away with a lot with his good looks and honeyed words. It took me a long time, too long, to see past it. He began again. I was hoping you were around so we could talk. You know, just talk. I sighed. Jeff, a month is enough cooling off time, don't you think? Come on, baby. It's been 2 months, Jeff, and I'm in Maine now. I told you. Whoa, no shit. I thought that was just talk. No, I left 3 weeks ago, and I'm making a go of it with my own shop. There was a pause. Your own shop? Yes, I'm opening up my own urban tea shop. Silence again. So, let me get this straight. His laid-back voice suddenly changed, flattened. You're taking all of my expertise, all that I taught you, and you're opening your own place? I changed the phone to my other ear and twirled the wine glass stem in my fingers. You didn't teach me that stuff. I've had this place for years, and you just up and steal all my ideas? It's an urban tea shop, Jeff. This isn't rocket science. I can't believe this. This is such an act of betrayal. Oh my God, you have such nerve saying that to me. All you ever